Xabi Alonso is the new head coach of Real Madrid. Expectations? Sky high, as always. Because Madrid must be number one in the world, every single day. The task? Extremely tough. Football is evolving rapidly, and Xabi and his staff will have to keep up with the demands. Domestically, the challenge is first and foremost the competition with Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, both of whom showed real strength last season. On the European stage, and it's PSG, Inter, the Premier League giants, Bayern, and others. The 2024/25 season showed that the first team needs fresh ideas and a rebuild. Without new signings, reaching the next level will be very difficult. That's why today we're building the perfect transfer window scenario for our beloved club. We're talking painful departures and thrilling arrivals. Let's go. Xabi Alonso plays a modern, dominant style of football. Wide play, central control, and overloads in the final third. Not every player will fit the system the club legend wants to implement. Tactical blueprints have already started surfacing in the media, and depending on the source, it could be a 3-4-3, 5-3-2, or even 4-4-2. But let's work from the idea of a system with 3 center-backs, the foundation of Alonso's tactical setup. It's highly unlikely Xabi will opt for 4-4-2 like Ancelotti did. We're not touching the goalkeeper position. No change is expected here. Thibaut Courtois remains one of the best in the world, and Lunin is a reliable backup. Now, to the center-backs. What are the current options? Asensio, Militão, Rudiger, Alaba, all have proven at various times that they meet the club's standards. Vallejo needs to be let go for good. Among the academy players, Joan Martinez stands out. Ancelotti already gave him minutes at 16 years old in the preseason, but he's a risky bet after a serious ACL injury. Knowing Florentino Perez's cautious transfer approach, we can expect only one signing in this area. The perfect fit for the right center-back role? Raúl Asensio, aggressive, comfortable on the ball, and covers lots of ground. Militão should play as the central defender. Now fully recovered, he has everything Xabi wants. Pace, technique, strength in duels. Left center-back? That's where questions arise. Rudiger fits on paper, but we need Tony at his best. He played injured all season, he's now 32, and his contract ends next summer. He also recently had meniscus surgery. If offers come from Saudi Arabia, Perez should accept, especially if a deal is in place for Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth, valued at 58 million euros. The 20-year-old ball-playing centre-back would be ideal in Alonso's setup. Imagine this triangle: Asensio, Militão, Huijsen. Promising, right? Real should also consider signing Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen. The 29-year-old is Alonso adapted and available on a free, a true bargain. With that, we'd have solid depth. Joan Martinez, Tah, and David Alaba, especially if the Austrian gets back to full fitness. Alaba's left foot is perfect for Alonso's football. Also, Carvajal can fill in at RCB. He's played there before. Forget about Saliba or Konate for now. Arsenal and Liverpool won't sell, and it would require overpaying. Now to the wingbacks, key players in Alonso's structure. On the right, we're fully stocked. Trent, Carvajal, Valverde. But on the left, we lack quality. Reinforcement is a must. Mendy and Fran Garcia could be sold. The short list of replacements, according to the media, includes Alvaro Carreras, Theo Hernandez, Alejandro Grimaldo, Miguel Gutierrez, and Milos Kerkez. Carreras, Benfica's left back, is Xabi's pick, but the release clause is 50 million euros. Real will try to reduce it, maybe including Fran Garcia in the deal. Carreras is 22 and would be a perfect fit. He handled Lamine Yamal impressively, and we need exactly that for next season. Let's move into the central midfield area. Alonso plays with a classic destroyer and a deep-lying playmaker. Right now, Real has issues with both roles. Tchouaméni is a hybrid, Valverde fits better as a destroyer, but it's not ideal. There's also Camavinga, Ceballos, and Modric. Luka should stay for one final farewell season. Bellingham is considered part of the more attacking unit. This is a critical zone for Xabi. Strengthening here is a must-have. Perez should consider selling Tchouaméni, Aurelien isn't progressing, and with Premier League clubs interested, Real should cash in. That's 50 to 60 million euros added to the budget. The dream signing? Ballon d'Or winner Rodri. Alonso likes gritty defensive midfielders who can get stuck in, while also dictating the pace of the game. He signed Granit Xhaka for that in 2023, before Leverkusen won the league. Rodri is perhaps the best in the world at that role, and Real have long admired him. They need someone who can dominate the midfield battle, especially with Barca's Pedri and Frenkie de Jong looking so strong. A Valverde-Rodri duo would be perfect for Alonso with backup from Ceballos, Camavinga, and Modric. Trent can also slot into this zone if needed. Rodri would be a game-changing signing, not just for Real, but for world football. Unless Toni Kroos returns for one last ride. We miss you, Tony. Now to the front three. 2 spots are locked in, Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappé. The rest is up for debate, starting with the future of Vinicius and Rodrigo. They define the Ancelotti era, but may not fit Alonso's long-term project. One of them is likely to leave, possibly even both. Rodrigo is the likelier exit. He's only 24, valued at 100 million euros, and contracted until 2028. Clubs like Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea would surely be interested. Perez would consider selling if the offer is at least 70 million euros. Vinicius? There's a wild 400 million euro offer from Al Hilal on the table. His fit alongside Mbappe remains questionable. If he agrees to go to the Middle East, it's a jackpot for Real's rebuild. That would open the door to compete with Bayern and Manchester City for Florian Wirtz. Bayern offer 100 million euros, City 150 million euros. Wirtz would be ideal for the new Madrid. Just imagine a front three of Bellingham, Mbappe, Wirtz with Jude and Florian as inverted forwards. Backup options, Arda Güler and Brahim Diaz. Endrick could stay as Mbappe's backup, but Real might prefer a powerful number. 9 like Joselu, or ideally, Victor Osimhen, a bulldozing striker with incredible heading ability. But don't underestimate Jude's versatility, he could play in that role too. Let's not forget about another exciting option, the potential return of Nico Paz. Real Madrid have a buyback clause, and the Argentine would be a great addition to the squad. Considering Alonso's coaching profile, someone who trusts young players and knows how to develop them, bringing the current Como player back to the Santiago Bernabeu could offer a low-cost way to strengthen the squad depth for the season. So, what's the ideal squad for Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso? Dream scenario for 2025/26, Courtois, Lunin, Asensio, Joan Martinez, Militão, Ta, Huijsen, Alaba, Trent, Carvajal, Valverde, Ceballos, Modric, Rodri, Camavinga, Carreras, Mendy, Bellingham, Arda, Wirtz, Brahim, Nico Paz, Mbappe, Osimhen. What do you think? Which transfers would you like to see? Let us know in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown. The Xabi era begins now. Subscribe and be part of Real Madrid's new royal quest for greatness. Don't miss a single step of the Xabi Alonso revolution. Have a great day. Bye-bye.